This piece is called The Little Flower by Eleanor Risa, and it takes place in a cemetery. A woman enters. She carries a traveling bag, and she stops in front of a tombstone.
Hi, Dad. Hi. Sorry I haven't been here for a while. Sorry, kind of hectic, very busy. Don't ask. Yeah, wow, it looks good here. Looking good. You're pushing up nice stuff, Dad. Very nice. Oh, look at this. I love this little purple flower. I know it's a weed, wasn't it? I mean, but those can be nice too, right? Everything was once a weed, wasn't it, before everything was categorized? I mean, wasn't everything once a nameless thing without any worth or value? It just was, right? It just existed, and that was enough. But then some stupid genius had the idea to make some weeds more special than other weeds. Bastard. Hey, maybe this is actually a pedigree flower whose seed some bird dropped on you when they were making duty on their way home. Well, whatever it is, it's nice. I'll try to find one of those Audubon books about weeds. I bet they exist. There's an Audubon book on everything. Someone must have spotted this lowly little flower and documented the beauty of the ignored, right? Hey, aren't you proud of me that I didn't waste your money to give the stupid cemetery dough for perpetual care to plant some bullshit pygmy crappy evergreen bush here? That was sort of smart, right? I mean, first of all, they're ugly. I mean, ugh. Then, who wants what everyone else got here? I mean, look at what became of Schwartzman's plot. It's like a wild forest there, and it's practically covering Yetta's name completely. Not nice, very disrespectful. Oh, and plus, I knew you would push up something way more beautiful by yourself. Your section is much nicer than everyone else's, definitely. Simple and elegant. And 3, most important, if your whole area would be covered by a brown, scrawny, prickly shrub, then I couldn't sit by you, right? I mean, where the heck would I sit? No, that would suck. I mean, this works out great, right? Yeah, good. It's beautiful. It's beautiful here today, isn't it, Dad? Hey, look, there's some rabbit duty next door by Weisberg. That's good, right? A visit from the bunny? See? You're not so alone here. Oh, listen. You hear the train? Oh, I love that. The whistle? It reminds me of something. I don't know what, like from far away, you know, from a thick fog. Hey, you know what day it is today, Dad, huh? I'll give you a clue in case you're not by your calendar. May 11th. My birthday. My birthday, Dad. Look, yeah, I know you know that. Of course you know that. But, Dad, did you know I was 60? 60. Fucking 60. Jesus H. Christ. What the hell happened? Dad, did you ever think I would be 60? I mean, how did we get from 6 to 60? Jeez Louise. How the fuck can I be 60? I'm your little girl, for goodness sake. I mean, right, Dad? Unbelievable. Wait. So then let's see, wait. If I'm 60, what does that make you? Huh? Oh, okay, wait, okay. You were 50 when you had me, so that'd make you, what, 100 and what, 10? Really? Wow, 110? Brother, that sounds like so old. No, wait. October 29th, 1901 to December 8th, 1976. And now it's 2012. Right. Oops. 111. Wow. But you know, these days, even 111 isn't really so old anymore. A lot of people live to that age now. Yeah, a lot. They don't even write about them in the newspaper anymore. That's how not a big deal it is. But that wasn't your karma, was it, Dad? Huh. No, sir. Or mine neither, for that matter. I'm without you for how long already? 1976, 45 years. 45 fucking years without no father. Really? I mean, what the fuck is that? No, it's too much. That's too much. That's practically a lifetime, for goodness sake. Crap. I mean, can you imagine it? I have friends that still have their parents. That's unbelievable. You're dead like 40 plus years, and they still have living parents. I mean, I don't want to say I hate them, but I kind of do, Dad. Is that why people think I'm such a bitch? I guess that's probably one reason. But is it wrong? I mean, why should I be alone for so goddamn long? And everybody wonders why I curse so friggin' much. Fuck them. Let's see how much they'd curse if they were alone for so many fucking years. 1976. Bastards. Yeah, well, maybe it is karma. Not yours. Mine, I mean. You know, Dad, everyone says I still look like I'm in my 40s. Good genes, right? And I don't think they're lying. No, I don't. I mean, they're definitely not lying. I mean, shit, fuck. I hope they're not lying. Damn, that would suck. No, I'm not even gonna think about that. I look just like you, Dad. That's kind of good. But can you imagine? There is not one motherfucker on this whole entire planet Earth who could corroborate that. Because there is not one goddamn human left living, except for me, who knows you, knew you, saw you, I mean, heard you. Nothing. No one. I mean, that's unbelievable. Oh, and here's more unbelievable. Soon, there won't be anybody in this fucking solar system who even knows me. Me! Soon it'll be my fucking turn. Oof. Ugh. So soon? But I'm telling you, I do look like you. Except I got more hair. Which ain't too hard, right, Dad? You were handsome for a bald guy. Nice eyes. I do got those Schlisselberg eyes that crinkle up like Chinese, and that good smile. But Dad, you gave me those hairy fucking toes. I mean, what was up with that? I mean, you had to throw that in? What, I didn't have enough? That I could have skipped, Dad. No offense. It's a big challenge for my leg waxer, who, by the way, is a daughter of a Holocaust survivor. What do you make of that? Coincidence? I think she loves to torture people and hear them scream. Revenge is mine, saith the leg waxer. But then again, I do go every damn month, a match made in hell. But my bikini line is smooth like by a Norwegian. Look at this. I brought some stuff for us, Dad. I got some herring. Matthias, of course. I tried to get it like we used to eat it with the bones, but you just can't get that anymore. No, oh no, no, oh, people never even heard of herring with bones. With bones? I mean, what do they think? Fishes swim without bones? Idiots. What do they think? They think filet is better? Morons. Oh, and I got some nice fresh pumpernickel like you like. Of course, butter. And for the piece de resistance, guess. Guess, Dad, what I got. Come on. Stumped? Have I stumped you? Okay, I'll give you a clue. It's a drink. It's kosher, I think. It's in a brown bottle. Give up? Oh, yeah. And it's imported. Now you really give up? Okay. I got us some Canadian Club. Yeah, isn't that great, Dad? When was the last time you had Canadian Club? No one drinks Canadian Club anymore, you know. Remember when Mommy's family used to come over on Shabbos for Kiddush after shul, and before we'd eat, all the grown-ups would have schnapps. The women, too. Remember? I remember. You look so nice with your bow tie and fedora after shul. Everyone gave a big sip and then had a nice piece of herring and challah. That Canadian Club was a big deal drink, right? I mean, very fancy. Imported from Canada. Remember when Canada was far away, like a foreign country? Now, no one gives a big fat shit about Canada. It's like Mexico or Pennsylvania. I mean, El Paso is more exotic than Canada. We had relatives from there, right, Dad, in Texas? Your brother's wife and children who went there after the war? I think they're all dead now. Well, maybe not all of them, but it was hard to stay in touch with them after you left. Just the old people were interesting. Their kids were boring. Overweight, assimilated, too much makeup. Now, nobody's drinking Canadian Club. Everybody's all drinking something called single malt whiskey from Scotland. Nowadays, that's what's exotic. And you know what, Dad? Men wear skirts there in Scotland. Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing a guy in a skirt. Why not? I mean, a change of pace, I'll say, a guy in a skirt. Can you imagine? Okay. L'chaim, Dad. Here's to us. And to the guy in skirts. And to a strong breeze. Oh, ha. Whew, good. Good, Dad? You want some herring? I spoke to Harry yesterday. Yeah. He called to wish me a happy birthday. He's almost 85. Can you believe it? Jesus. I can't believe I have a brother who's like 25 years older than me. But he's doing okay. Living exactly how he pleases, he says. Eats, drinks whatever he wants. Butter, sugar, meat, cheese. Doesn't do no exercise. He says he'll live till he dies. If he can't eat and drink what he wants, who wants to live, he says. Yeah, I think, but that shit'll get you a stroke. And then you won't be happily dead. You'll be in some fucking nursing home slobbering and sitting around in your wheelchair with stained pants and a sling around your neck to support your dead arm. Right, Dad? Like you did. Yeah. What's the point, right? Everybody makes their own bed. What do I know? This herring is delicious. Salty, but hey, that's your job, isn't it, Mr. Schnapps? L'chaim. I hope you're not driving. You know what, Dad? Harry always wants to talk to me about Germany, about the Kinder transport, and when you sent him away to England in 1938, he was 6, right? I mean, he doesn't really want to talk about you, but he sure does want to talk about the days leading up to going on that train, what he remembers of it. And the war? It's kind of sad, really, Dad. He has no one to talk to about that time but me. It's like 70 years later, and he's still obsessed by it. At least here, there are other Jews, or even survivors. Well, not any more survivors, but children of them, like me, or grandchildren of them. But over in England, poor Harry has never had anyone there to talk with about it. Hasn't even met anyone like himself. I mean, I think I'm the only Jew he even knows. Can you imagine? He's such a Brit. I remember when you took me to meet him when I was 13. Boy, talk about exotic. I'm sure most of the people who know him have no idea he was in Germany during Kristallnacht. That he was on his way to school when he saw the looting and the burning and the broken glass. That his mother and baby sister were killed. And then, when he married a shiksa in England, his Jew father who saved him stopped talking to him for 13 years. So I didn't know nothing about him till I was 13. And now he's a world traveler who knows more about the Maori than he does about the Hasidim, even though he came from such a family. Right, Dad? Your parents, well, I mean, if they weren't Hasids, they certainly were religious, right? It must have hurt you so much when he changed his name from Schlüsselberg to Smythe. He still sends me a Christmas card every year, even though I told him that I celebrate Hanukkah and not Christmas. What's the difference, he says. I guess to him, they're both just winter holidays that you send cards and get gifts for. So I say, well, if they're the same, then why can't you just send me a Hanukkah card? And he says, a what? And that's that. I mean, what the fuck? Never mind, I say. You know what else? He says he still can't get over that the Nazis killed his little sister. He says, how could they have done such a terrible thing to a 3-year-old child? I'm like, what? I mean, they were Nazis. That's what Nazis did, Harry. They committed horrible atrocities and did vile, unspeakable things. I mean, is somebody surprised that they did that? I mean, he seems to be like, well, how could they? When we're alone, when I visit him in England, he talks to me about the image of his little sister with her wild red hair, laughing, chasing around their dining room table, and her little shoes. He says he remembers she has pierced ears and wore little gold bracelets. I mean, can you imagine that, Dad? That he remembers that? How could they have done that? He keeps repeating over and over all these years. It'd be kind of funny if it wasn't so pathetic and sad. Meanwhile, he doesn't know borscht about Jews or anything. Even though his sister was killed for being a Jew, and his mother was killed for being a Jew, and he was separated from his family and his country because he was a Jew, he knows nothing. Gornished, bupkis. More interested in the Incas and the Mayans. Fuck it. Here's to Harry and the Incas and the Mayans and Harry's little sister. What was her name, Dad? Shit, I can't remember. Hannah, I think? Or was it Blimela? Damn, I can't remember. To Harry and his sister, what's her name? Hey, wait a minute. It's my sister too, right, Dad? Shit. To my sister. I like the name Blimela. It means little flower. I'll call her Blimela. I mean, who the fuck's gonna contradict me, right? To Blimela. Oops, sorry, Dad. I think that was your glass. But you know what? I think maybe you've had enough. Foot cramp! Oh, God, I hate that. Ah! Oh, God, brother, does that hurt? Whew, damn. I heard that cramps are from a lack of potassium. I think alcohol lowers potassium. Shit. I get these damn cramps all the time. Let's see, alcohol, potassium. Screw the potassium. Oh. Can't believe you have no little rocks on your stone, Dad. If I don't visit you, I guess there's no little rocks. Sorry. My bad. Sharing stones is okay. Kipperman won't mind. Fuck him. He's dead. No, just kidding, Dad. But really, he's got so many rocks. Nobody'll notice. I love your stone, Dad. Don't you? It's so classy and simple. I really tried to make it nice. I think I did a very good job for a 17-year-old. A zisa tata, a gitaman, a sweet father, a good man. I thought that was kind of smart. man. You had that double meaning of man as in human and man as in the man of the house, the husband. Even though you weren't really a husband for long. I'm sorry me and Mommy left you. She said I was crying too much and that was no good for me and that she could have lived with you but didn't want me to suffer. I didn't really know that when I cried it meant that we were going to leave you. Idiot. Hey, I'm thirsty. What about you? Here's to Mommy. Poor Mommy. She had a shitty life too. She could have been something too, if it wasn't for the stupid war. She was smart, she was pretty, but the timing of the whole fucking war, I mean, how the hell do you overcome that? Unless you're Elie Wiesel and can make a living from it. There's no business like Shoah business, like Noah business, I know. Hey, is it starting to get dark, or do I need cataract surgery? What time is it? Shit, almost 7. Wow, really? Whew. I guess I got here later than I planned. Well, these days, I get everywhere way later than I planned. Oh, yeah. Do you know what, Dad? I don't know if I mentioned this, but did I tell you I'm getting divorced? Yeah. Mike said he'd had enough. He said I was too angry. Yeah. Well, fuck him. That was a joke, Dad. Well, not the divorce part. I mean, the fuck him part. Well, actually, that wasn't a joke either. Fuck him! Oh, God, Dad, I am angry. I'm so goddamned angry all the time. Or at least most of the time. I mean, is everybody angry? Are they? Aren't they? I hate being angry. Doesn't everybody have hundreds of reasons to be angry? I mean, what do the other people do? Hey, but no worries. I think I'll be all right alone, don't you, Dad? I mean, I've been alone most of my life anyway, so what? But I'm thinking Mike was it, though. I mean, who else is going to want me now? No, don't argue, Dad. I mean, you think I'm pretty and sweet and smart, but truly, who the fuck wants a hairy-toed, droopy-breasted, angry 60-year-old accident of the Holocaust? Oh, yeah. Mommy told me. When she was sick with the cancer, she told me that when she was pretty much finished with you, by accident, I came into the picture. She said she jumped up and down and drank some shit, but I still didn't go away, so she figured she should keep me. Lucky she did, huh? Is it? Is it lucky she did, Dad? Keep me? I mean, was there any point to this, Dad? Mistake after mistake after mistake. I mean, what are they going to remember? That I cursed like a sailor? Hey, how about some advice, Dad, huh? There must be something you can tell me. I mean, some fucking thing to let me know what this is, this life, this person you made. Never mind. Not your job anymore. No, you're done. My turn. What's gonna happen to me, Dad? I'm just fucked. Should I kill myself, Dad? I have a knife, but it's just for the butter. Nah, what for? At this rate, I'll die soon enough anyway. And there won't be any little rocks on my tombstone either. Does it matter, Dad, the little rocks? Does it show you that someone came? You know, someone cares? Do those fucking rocks matter, Dad? Dad, come on, okay? It's time to tell me what matters. I'm wandering like poison ivy. I mean, a goddamn 60-year-old blind man on this planet with no dog. One more step and I'll fall off the face of this flat earth. My husband is divorcing me, and that's my second fucking husband. I mean, what's the matter with me? What the fuck is all this for, Dad? Let's go. Give it up. Come on, the secret. Share. What else are you gonna do with it? Sag mir, Dad. Sag dein Tochter. I'll listen this time. I promise. Just tell me. What? What, Dad? Don't be a shicker. Don't be a shicker. Is that what you're saying? I shouldn't be a drunk? Those are your fucking words from beyond the grave? That's your secret advice to me? Don't be a shicker? Shit. Am I a shicker? Dad. Wow. A Jewish shicker. You don't see that every day, do you? Jews are just supposed to get drunk only once a year on Purim. Damn it to hell, Purim was 2 months ago. Oh, oops. My bad. Shit. A shicker. Ugh. Who wants a daughter who's a shicker? But is that the secret, Dad? The whole secret? I guess it is. How can you live if you're a shicker? Is that it? I mean, how can you see and learn and grow and feel? I mean, how can you ever stop being angry if you're a fucking shicker? Yeah, oh, okay. I don't have to be a fucking shicker. I don't. No. What's my option? What will I be then? Come on. Answer. What's the opposite of a shicker? A non-shicker? No. What? Conscious. Brave? Open? You weren't a shicker, right, Dad? Mostly none of the survivors were shickers. I guess if you actually survive the horrors, you know enough not to waste the rest of your life drunk. Okay. You take the rest of this then. God, Dad. I miss you so much. Mommy, too. And Liebisch and Baba and Zaida and Tom and Alan Sobek. Oh, God. So many fucking people. Okay. Stop it. Stop it. All I want to do is hug you. I want to wrap my arms around this hunk of granite and press my face against you. What about a kiss? What about a kiss, Dad? Mwah. Now it's your turn. Thank you. Thank you, Dad. I love this granite, Dad. Go no. It's like your skin. Rough like your skin, like when you didn't shave, and rough like your hands from after work. Gosh. What a beautiful night, huh? I love that sliver of a moon. With those 2 stars. I think they're planets. Gorgeous. Is that where you are, Dad? Jesus. I never believed that stuff, but tonight, well, you gotta be somewhere. You can't just disappear. Your atoms, your essence. Damn it, you gotta be swirling around somewhere. Somewhere out there. Maybe somewhere in here. Well, okay. Okay, Dad. I'm gonna lay down. No, don't worry. I like it here. Just for tonight. It's like a sleepover. Like camping. I haven't slept over in so long. Plus, no one will miss me at home. Don't worry, Dad. We're in Jersey. No one will bother us here. I like camping. It's like the old days. Okay. I get the knock, Dad.
We hear the sound of the distant train whistle as the lights slowly begin to fade.
Thank you.
The end.
The Last Dinosaur, also by Eleanor Risa. The stage is empty. An elderly man enters to a smattering of applause and flashbulbs.
Hello. 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 Just a minute. Look, maybe you have a mistake. No, it's crazy. I mean, you gotta admit, it's impossible. What, that it's me who's the last one? The last one? The very last one? What, there's no one else? Maybe you haven't looked hard enough. Yeah, that must be it. The people, they're still hiding. You know, it wasn't that long ago. The war. And maybe there's people in such good hiding places that they themselves don't know that the war is over already. It's possible. I remember reading an article in the Times. Oh, yeah. I read the Times. Every day, even on Shabbos. What do I give a damn about religion, a bunch of lousy hypocrites? I don't pay no attention to it, except for Yiske on Yom Kippur. That's the memorial prayer for the dead. For that I go, but that's it. The rest is baloney. The newspaper is also, it's full of baloney. But don't worry, I know how to read between the lines. I like that William Sapphire, even though he's a lousy Republican. Yeah, I also like that Rosenthal fellow who writes sometimes on the back page. But that Anthony Lewis, a big anti-Semite. I'm telling you, by him, Israel is always in the wrong. No matter what they do, he knocks them down. It's not right. I'm not saying they're perfect. They're stupid too, but they can't always be wrong. He doesn't know history, period. He talks from today like a moron, a joke. I mean, you can't talk about now without knowing the history. Look, I'm not a college graduate like most of the Americans, but I'm no dummy. I had to leave public school after the 6th grade to help my father, but I got common sense. All of your college education is nothing if you ain't got no common sense. Am I right? Anyhow, what the hell was I talking about? Don't worry. I don't have Alzheimer's. All right? I'm just an alter kake. That means an old shitter. All right, listen. Don't think it's such a bargain getting old. It's plenty lousy. But I'll tell you the truth. I do watch myself. I had a scare with my heart a couple of years ago. I cut out smoking. 4 years already. Sure. I smoked 2 packs a day from what? Almost 60 years. Camels. Of course. Without the filter. Come on. But I cut them out, cold turkey. Also, I cut out butter, sugar. Sugar I never liked anyway. Meat. Nah, that's a problem. Damn it to hell, there's nothing like a big, juicy veal chop, broiled with some garlic, or a nice shell steak, about 2 inches thick. I order it special from the butcher. I tell you, I make it better than by Peter Luger. How the hell can you give that up? Come on. That whole cholesterol business, a bunch of baloney anyway. Genius doctors, lousy bastards. Every week they come up with a new scare and a new idea for the cure. It's a racket. They make a fortune. Don't think. I don't know. But what the hell? I try to watch anyway. Just in case they're right. Can you imagine? I still think about a smoke. Every now and then, I'm lost. Yeah. I was saying about an article in the paper, in the Times, about a Japanese fella that was hiding in a cave 30, 40 years after the war. The guy was so well hidden, he didn't know it was finished. I'm not joking. He didn't know. So, maybe there's people yet like him who don't know the war is over, huh? Jewish people, huh? It's possible, no? No. All right, look. Until they find someone else, I'll be the last one. The last dinosaur. You know, there's a Yiddish word for dinosaur. It's dinosaur. No, that's not a joke. I mean it. Yeah, it's a terrible thing that happened. People think that Yiddish is just a bunch of jokes. Words to make you laugh, potz, schmuck, schmendrick. No, are you crazy? Yiddish was the language of the world. Wherever you went, to any European city or town, you would manage in Yiddish. In Asia, too, physicists, scientists spoke Yiddish in their laboratories. It wasn't just the schmata salesmen and the yentas. It was the architects and the archaeologists, the businessmen and the brain surgeon, everything, all subjects, all professions, everything, anything. Literature, poems, beautiful words, expressions. You have no idea. Even sex was in Yiddish. But that was from right to left. No, that's a joke. Sex in Yiddish. Oh boy, this I can remember. Hey, listen, I may be old, but I ain't that old. Let me tell you something. Making love to a girl in Yiddish, this is one of the sweetest pleasures on the earth. What, you look at me, you think, what the hell can this alte kacke know about sex? Come on. Let me tell you, I was once something. I could speak 8 languages, and I'm not bragging. Handsome, even though I'm a short fella. And look at these eyes, huh? Magnets, huh? I looked on the girls and I made electricity. I was the Thomas Edison from my town. Sure. So if I tell you that being with a girl, kissing and hugging and talking Yiddish is the greatest thing, you can believe me. Don't let these looks deceive you. I'm no pisher. I have been with girls from all over the world, all over, even with 2 girls in one bed. No joke. And none of them, not one, not the prettiest beauty even, was as loving and warm as the plainest girl could be in Yiddish. Those words, they go right to the heart, straight like an arrow. The souls grab each other, I'm telling you. It combines the love from a mother with the honey cake from the baker. And then you mix in a little sex, and boy, oh boy, that's living. Can you believe it? Unbelievable. And the laughing and the fun, not like today. We made our fun from nothing, from each other. It was plenty. It was. It was another world. Now you try not to think about it. You try to drop your skin like a snake and go on. But it's not so easy like those lousy snakes make it look. You miss it. You just got to try not to think about it, that's all. Oh, look, it was a rotten time. When you think about it, really. Come on, forget it. All the verkackte Jews like to remember the shtetl like it was a picnic. Oi, the good old days. Baloney. It was always rough there, before the war even. I remember I had to run to school because the Polish boys, they would chase me and hit me. Big anti-Semites, I'm telling you. The Polacks were big anti-Semites. They were big anti-Semites than the Germans. I know, you don't believe me, but it's the truth. The Germans were one thing, but the Poles, we lived among them, with them. We worked with them. They were our neighbors. The Nazis just did to us what the Polacks didn't have the brains to do themselves. Come on. Why do you think most of the concentration camps were in Poland? Because there especially, they didn't give a shit for the Jews. Look, there was some good Polacks too. I'm not saying no. It's just that most of them always hated us. Always. You know, when I came out from the concentration camp, I was wandering Poland like a Michiganer, looking for my family, friends, somebody. Months, years, we roamed, crazy, wild. You have to remember what we lived through. Even though we fought like animals to survive, we never thought that we would ever really get the hell out of there. Try to picture for one lousy minute what it was like. It wasn't real, even to us. Even though we lived through it, it was unimaginable. Anyhow, I went to my hometown, to my father's house. Inside was now living a Polak, a man who knew my father, who sometimes worked with my father, living in my father's house, and he wouldn't leave. Can you imagine? He wouldn't leave. He said it was his house now, and that's that. His house. I'm telling you, I killed him. I killed him. I ran at him and I hit him and I strangled him and I threw him out the window and he ran away. Listen, the house was nothing for me without my father. I couldn't stay there alone. I had to find somebody. But I'll tell you, I don't regret for a minute that I beat the hell out of that guy, that bastard. So I left there. You know, you couldn't go nowhere without papers, and that took time. And then I got my papers. I had no money, no food, no nothing. Remember, when I came out from the camps, I weighed less than 40 kilo. That's about 80 pounds. Till I put some flesh back on my bones. Big deal. The main thing was to find somebody, not to be alone. Every town had a list of the survivors, the refugees who came through town with their destinations. And you would look on the list to see if someone from your family was there and where they were going. Can you imagine this? You can't. Looking for names on lists, together with thousands of other names, for a life, to see who was living. You would see a name you know. Is it possible that they're alive? No, it was all impossible. But we did it. That's what we did. We went from town to town, asking, looking, hoping. And finally, in one town, I saw my cousin's name on a list. I didn't know what to do first, I'm telling you. To look down on all the names, to come to a name you know. Family, friend, it means that you yourself is living. Otherwise, you are a ghost walking on the earth alone, a shadow. Yeah, I learned my cousins were in a town about 30 kilometers away. So I stole a bicycle, and I'm telling you, I was lucky not to get caught and thrown into a jail. I got to the town. I remember, I don't know exactly where to go. I left the bike and I started walking down the street. It was very muddy, a dark, cloudy day. I'll never forget this. I'm walking, and I see a man across the street from me, walking the other way, skinny like a noodle. I give a quick look Something's familiar. I look. He's looking at me also. Oh my God, it's my cousin Itche. Itche, who was strong like a bull and soft like a king, a giant. And now he's pale and thin like paper. I wouldn't recognize him except for his whiskers. He always had a pair of vonces, whiskers with his strong bristles, thick like an Italian peasant. I found him. Itche! I yelled to him. He saw me. He was white like a ghost. And we grabbed each other, and we hugged and kissed and cried in the street full of the mud. Look, I got goose pimples now even, huh? I was never so happy to see anyone in my life, except maybe the American soldiers who liberated the camp. They came to us like from a movie, real heroes, huh? To this day, I am crazy about the American soldiers, huh? Unbelievable. Yeah, Itche and his wife Laiche weren't in the camps. They escaped to Uzbekistan during the war. They had hunger, typhus, don't worry. They suffered plenty. But she looked on me, Laiche. Nobody ever looked on me like that. With such pity and sorrow. She was shocked. I tell you, I myself had no idea how much I changed. I didn't know. I thought it was still me, huh? You know, that's a funny thing about a person, huh? They think of themselves a certain way. And even after they go through death and hell, they still think that they're the same person as from before. It's like when the old people eat ice cream cones, huh? To them, it's like they're still 10 years old and they're trying not to let it drip and make a mess on their hands. But when we look at them, we see an old man with false teeth and dyed hair who doesn't know who the hell he is anymore. Itche and Laiche. We talked about who was living and who we hadn't heard about. There was still plenty we didn't know yet. As it turned out, there was no one else left. Not my 6 brothers, not my baby sister, of course, not my parents, not my father's brothers or sisters, or nieces or cousins. What, 30, 50, 100 people? Look, what is there to say about that? What can I tell you? That we cried? What do you want me to say? I was the only one left then. And here you tell me I'm the only one left now? Come on. That's not what I wanted. I'm here by myself. Again. No, God damn it. Go away. I don't know a goddamn thing. Bring out the professors and the writers. Let them talk about it. I should have eaten the goddamn butter and the steak and the fried potatoes and the hell with the cholesterol. I didn't survive in order that I should be the last one, the only one left, all by myself. Again. Why, you think being here with you is such a picnic? I'm sorry. It's not your fault. I know that. Of what use can I be to you, huh? The last one to remember the trains, and the roundups, and the hiding, and the hunger, and the killing. That's what you want to hear about. So what? Look, this is plenty documented already, all the death. Whoever doesn't know this or believe this, I couldn't help them. They should drop dead. You don't need me for that, to be the witness of the death. There's enough garbage already from during the war. Pictures, books, television shows even. You know, I didn't watch that show. That television show, the Holocaust. Even though I liked her, that girl, that Tova Feldschuh. It's a nice name. She's a talented girl. But I still couldn't watch it. It's good that they made it, but it wasn't for me. And that Spielberg movie, too. I'm sure it was very good, but not for me. It's for the rest of the Americans. You know what I read in the Times a couple of months ago? I couldn't believe it. they did a survey, and it showed that 35% of the American people don't believe that the Holocaust really happened. 35%! And this is an educated country? What the hell is that? I mean, what is that? You want me to go on a truck with a megaphone and tell people, just put me in the zoo? Come on. That's as bad as if it was happening again. What the hell is the point then, huh? I'm here and I'm the last. And then what? Huh? Who will remain then? Who will stand up and say, I saw it, I lived it, it was real like day and night? Not me. It won't be me. No, sir. So, who will it be? Huh? Who's left to protect the truth, the memory of these people, to watch that it shouldn't happen again? Huh? You. It'll be left with you. Psh, what a job. Boy, I feel sorry for you. You'll be left with it, with the tragedy and the shame and the guilt and the rage and the loss. Oh boy, that'll be some loss that we're not here anymore. Oh boy. And then you'll be all alone. And you'll go to your fakakta oral history tapes, but it won't be the same. It'll be like looking at the dinosaur bones in the museum. It won't be the same, no more. The eyes, the insides of the people, the bubbas and the zaydas and the children, and the cripples and the artists and the singers and the writers and the beggars will all be missing. The people, finished. You didn't know them. And now there'll be no one to ask, to even tell you of them, who saw them and knew them and touched them. It'll be an empty hole. I feel sorry for you. My God, you know what? I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I don't believe it. I'm just now discovering something I never thought for even a minute in my whole life. I'm a lucky guy. Me. Can you imagine? Lucky? I don't mean because I survived. Come on. A dog can survive. No, I mean because I was there. I saw it with my own eyes. I saw the people, the world of the Jewish people living together, fighting together, and dying together. And the beauty of them, the sounds of their laugh and their prayers, and the feel of their skin and the tragedy from the tears. I saw them. I knew them. They were rich, like kings, not with money. No, I don't mean money. Money is garbage. They were rich with character and brains and dignity, and charm. They were generous souls. Listen, most people didn't have nothing. Whole families lived in one room. We slept 4 or 5 to a bed, head to feet. You know what I mean, right? I couldn't sleep with my head at one end of the bed. I would sleep with my head at one end of the bed, and my brother Felix would sleep next to me, but his feet were by my head. And then my little brother Moshe would sleep next to Felix, and so on. I don't know if you ever slept like this, but let me tell you, first of all, it was fun. And second of all, we stayed warm and we slept good. And furthermore, if I had all the money of Nelson Rockefeller and Ross Perot put together, I would give it away in a second, just to have one night back with my brothers in that bed. Let me ask you something. After me, who you gonna look at? Huh? Whose accent you gonna laugh at? Huh? Who's gonna remind you of the people who should be here with you now, talking to you, cooking for you, kissing you? It's yet another living chapter of human history that's finished. Finished. Like the Civil War, the Indians. It won't be real. The books will get dusty and you'll forget who you came from. What a shame. You know, I think you lost more than me. It's a funny thing. Can you imagine? I don't feel angry no more. What a change. I'm telling you. Ask anybody who knew me. Maybe for the first time in my life, I don't feel angry. I feel happy. Go no. I'm a lucky guy. Oh, that's so funny. You can't imagine. You know, there's a Yiddish expression. As bin lebt, der lebt bin. If you live long enough, anything is possible. How do you like that? Huh? Okay. So, I'm here. I guess it's all right. Listen, if there's something you want to know, I think now is the time to ask me.
The end.
Let me invite Irene back.